One Sunday, we went to a church in Merritt Island, and that night somebody called me and they said, I got your American Express. I said, oh, you don't have my American Express. I only have one American Express card. That's all I have. And I've got it in my purse. He goes, no, really, I think I got your American Express card. I said, oh, okay. He said, were you in visitor parking? I go, oh yeah, I was there. He goes, okay, well, check your wallet. He was right. I didn't have my American Express card. I go, he said, want me to send it to you? And I go, no. No, that's okay. I'll come get it from your house. So Wednesday night I went over and it was late. He was already in bed and he had little kids, you know, and his wife met me at the door and she slipped the American Express card out and I went, oh, thank God. Can you imagine if somebody else had picked that card up? What a miracle. That was awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm going about my way, you know, and campaigning in Brevard. Brevard, let me tell you, Brevard is the length of Florida. It is huge. I didn't know Brevard County before I started campaigning over there. It is huge. It's 102 miles long, 3 different land masses. If you don't know Brevard, you haven't traveled anywhere. It is amazing. So I'm going down 95. This is like 3 weeks before the campaign. Going down 95. Been over there 3 days, and I'm going to a chamber event, Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce lunch. And it was a Tuesday. It was about 11:30 and I was late, and I had no idea where I was going. I'd never been that far south. And all of a sudden, I'm going down 95. You know how many thousands of cars go down 95? It's tremendous. So all of a sudden, my car, it just stops. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I pull over, and I look down, and I'm out of gas. I have never been out of gas in my whole life. I am so embarrassed. So, of course, I call my husband, and I say, Dave, I'm out of gas. He said, what? I said, I know. I lost. I just forgot. I just didn't look. I don't know. And he goes, well, I'm 3 hours away. There's no way I'm going to help you. You know, I'm 3 hours away. Okay. Well, let's see. What else can I do? My AAA card, I don't know where that is. I lost it somewhere. And so I'll call a gas station. So I use my GPS and I start calling gas stations. Honey, I don't know where you are. Well, I don't know where I am either. So I said, I waited and I'm thinking, well, I guess I could wait, but I'm really late for this lunch and I see an overpass. And can't be that far, can it? From someplace where I can just walk or something? So I said, well, I probably shouldn't do this. I mean, I had my black heels on and my black suit, but I said, I'm gonna get out and I'll just start walking. So I start walking down 95. Thousands of cars going by. The only thing I was missing was a placard on my back that said, vote for Schoonover. So I'm walking down, and I got Dave's on the phone. And he says, I said, Dave, it looks like somebody's gonna come and try to rescue me. They're in the, they went by, and then they backed up slowly in the emergency lane, and I think they're gonna come and rescue me. And he says, well, you got your gun? I said, no, I don't have my gun. I left it in the car. And he says, well, I don't know what you're going to do. Just keep the phone on. Just keep the phone on. I said, okay, I'll keep the phone on. So this guy pulls up, right? And he says, don't be afraid. I go, I'm not afraid. I'm just stupid. I ran out of gas. He says, well, I'll try to take you wherever you want to go. And I go, oh, that's really nice. I really appreciate it. I was still a little nervous. You know, this guy could be a rapist or murderer, you know. And so I said, okay, well, where are you going? And he says, well, I'm a roofer, and I've got to go down to Palm Bay. He says, you don't believe this. He says, I'm never down in Palm Bay, but I have this roofing company, and the guy that does the estimates was out today, and so I have to come do the roof, you know, do the estimate. And I go, yeah, I've never been to Palm Bay either. I don't know where it is or how much further. That's kind of where I was going. And he says, yeah. He said, well, I said, I'm never down here. You know, I'm not down here either. And I said, well, we kept driving, and it was a good thing that he picked me up because it was like 10 miles down the road. It wasn't a half a mile, it was 10 miles down the road. So we had a lot of time to talk. And I said, well, you know, do you have kids and wife? Maybe you're normal. And he said, yeah, I'm married, I have kids. I said, that's It's good. And I said, well, where do you live? And he says, Merritt Island. And I go, Merritt Island. I said, I stay over there sometimes. I had this family, they were strangers, and they just allowed my husband and I to stay there. I'm actually campaigning for judge. Don't tell me anybody, because I know you already think I'm a flake. And he says, really? And I go, yeah. And I said, so I've been to Merritt Island. And I said, do you ever go to churches or anything in Merritt Island? He said, yeah. He said, I go to a church in Merritt Island. I said, really? Which one? He said, I'm Merritt Island Christian. And I go, cool. I said, that was that one where they took the theater, they moved it into something. And he goes, yeah, cool. And I said, there's this little light went on my head. I went, that's funny. I said, I almost didn't ask him. I said, by any chance, did you happen to pick up a credit card for someone about 3 months ago? And he said, well, yes, I did. I said, you must be my guardian angel. And he said, you must be doing something right. And we both kind of stood there in awe because, we understood that God, that little piece of puzzle that you got, He's got a match with every single one of you. Every single piece of the puzzle He can connect to. And every single piece of the puzzle, He can connect with other pieces of the puzzle or all the pieces of the puzzle. I mean, what's the odds of this person? He never knew who I looked like. I never met him. He just decided at this time to go down to Palm Bay at the same time I was, and he decided with the thousands of people going down 95 to be there when I was there, and he pulled over. I mean, what led him to do that? I guess he was stepping out of the boat, and he was addressing a need that I had.